Mountain Equipment make a huge range of sleeping bags, but their Zenith range, which has got the Zenith 1, 2 and 3 in it, is the lightest and most compressible yet. So here today I've got the Zenith 3, which is the warmest of all three of those, if you hadn't guessed, and it's an amazing piece of kit. I think this has really been designed with alpinism in mind, but everyone's going to love this, whether you're ultra running or lightweight backpacking or bike packing, but also climbing as well, because it's so compressible and the warmth to weight ratio is absolutely amazing. Before I go into all the stats about it, what I want you to know about this bag is I think it's so functional. There's lots of bags out there which are incredibly light and packable and all that, and they use alpine fits, but they're basically, in reality, not very usable. This is a comfortable bag with space to move, and even though they've gone as light as they can in some areas, they've not scrimped in others. So something like the zip is really noticeable. Full length zip, not a super light one, quite a durable one. So if you are using this on multi-day trips, you're not going to get fed up with it. It'll be comfortable and easy to use. So to get something this light and compressible, you need incredibly high quality down. They've used 900 fill down, which is about as high as it can get. So as we've talked about many times before on this channel, but the fill power is basically the quality of the down. Doesn't mean it's warmer, doesn't mean it's colder. It means it's incredibly light and fluffy. So you don't have to use too much of it to get that volume and loft. So I've only just got this out of the stuff sack and you can already see how well it's lofted up. Nice fluffy air pockets to keep you nice and warm. They use 900 fill down, as mentioned, but what's really cool is all of their sleeping bags where they use virgin down, you can track it on their down codex system. Basically, that means you can find out about the animal welfare and the quality of the down that was used in your bag. Now this fabric on the outer is amazing, and you may recognize it from things like the Aureus jacket. So it's the Plasma 10 denier face fabric, which is fluorocarbon free. It's incredibly light, but got really good durability for how thin it is as well. And it repels water, but it's quite breathable too. So a very comfortable thing to make a sleeping bag out of. These guys have got so much experience with sleeping bags, and they've used all their worldly experience as well as their scientific experience to make such an amazing bag. And they've done certain clever things with the baffles to ensure the best warmth to weight ratio on the market. They've used vertical box wall baffles for the chest area and slant baffles on the main section down here as well. They've used body mapping to make sure this is the most efficient way of keeping you warm. Apparently they spent hours and hours and hours making this hood. So it's got 5 baffles in it, and they're convinced it's got just as good a warmth as some of their bigger, bulkier hoods in their sleeping bags, but with much slimmer pack size and lower weight. Inside the bag is a really nice down neck collar, basically to trap as much hot air in and keep you as warm as possible. So for the Zenith 3, it weighs in at 690 grams. That is so light for such a warm bag. And 373 grams of that is that 900 filled down we talked about, which is really keeping you warm. What's really impressive with this is Mountain Equipment gave it a good night's sleep rating of -7. Now, the actual testing, the official testing, came out higher than that. They reckon it could be -8, even more. So it's really cool to see that they've been quite conservative with it, so you could possibly take it further. I think people using these sort of bags, whether it's the 1, 2 or 3, will probably use it as part of their system. You might already have a belay jacket or a down jacket or something like that with you anyway, so you could get a lighter bag and keep those layers on to really keep the weight down but keep you warm at night. So the Zenith 2, which I don't have here, weighs in at only 470 grams, but its good night comfort limit is 1 degree. The Zenith 1 only weighs 340 grams, and they reckon it's about a +5 degree bag. Now it can't actually have a proper test rating on that because it has no hood. I think that's to be really integrated with the jacket you own as well. The footbox uses 4 baffles to get a nice warm construction, and there's enough space in there to wiggle your feet, but also put the liner of your alpine boots in there if you're doing that sort of thing. All the Zenith bags comes with 2 stuff sacks, one to store at home nice and loose, and 1 compression bag to keep it small and take it on the hill. I don't often like to talk about price when we're reviewing products. However, I think this does need mentioning because obviously it's not a cheap bag, it's lots of money. But compared to lots of other things on the market with the equivalent sort of down quality and features, this seems quite cost effective. I didn't say cheap, cost effective. So all in all, an absolutely amazing sleeping bag, which is just super lightweight. If you are bike packing, running, walking, or mountaineering, this could easily be the bag for you. It will shove in any little space you got left in your rucksack and give you the best warmth to weight efficiency you can get. If you liked this review and you found it useful, please subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch more of them.